According to the Pentagon UFO report that has been produced in June 2021, after Gorbachev dissolved the KGB in Russia in 1991, many of their top-secret documents ended up in the possession of the CIA. These archives revealed a 250-page file obtained by US intelligence that describes what happened after an alien flying saucer was shot down above a military base in Siberia. A quite low-flying spaceship, petrified soldiers, and crossfire are the incredible details of a contact between the Russian army that went pretty bad.
Section 51.
Hi everyone, what's up guys, DozGeek here with Section 51. Big thanks again for your support to the channel. First, you can like and share this new video right now to keep supporting Section 51. Watch this video until the end if you want to know more about UFO sightings in Russian history. I hope you're well. If you are ready, let's start right now. Now, we can say that it is admitted that global governments and intelligence agencies around the world have released hundreds of thousands of pages of documents pertaining to the UFO phenomenon over the past few years. The famous Pentagon UFO report revealed last June is an additional example of this renewed interest in the subject of UFOs. It is also a sign of a growing desire to reveal many documents about unexplained aerial phenomena that have remained secret for a long time. A strong desire for transparency around this subject. While some future people like Demi Lovato will certainly see here an opportunity to make talk about themselves by bouncing on a trendy topic without really bringing much to this long quest for truth, more serious people and more legitimate scientists are therefore beginning to take a serious interest in studying all these phenomena. However, all these files indicate that unidentified flying objects are commonly tracked on radar and pursued by military craft, which are then sent out to take a closer look. The files also reveal there have been sightings of strange objects traveling at tremendous speeds and performing maneuvers that no known aircraft is capable of performing. For example, this document stored in the CIA archives describes what happened with UFOs in Russia after Mikhail Gorbachev's reign. Gorbachev, who by the way once publicly stated that the phenomenon of UFOs does exist, and it must be treated seriously. So, according to this file, after Gorbachev dissolved the KGB, many of their top-secret documents ended up in the possession of the CIA. This is exactly what happened to a 250-page file obtained by US intelligence that describes what happened after an alien flying saucer was shot down above a military base in Siberia. The file contains not only many documentary photographs and drawings, but also testimonies by actual participants in the events. One of the CIA representatives even referred to this case as a horrific picture of revenge on the part of extraterrestrial creatures, a picture that makes one's blood freeze. We can read this.
According to the KGB materials, a quite low-flying spaceship in the shape of a saucer appeared above a military unit that was conducting routine training maneuvers. For unknown reasons, somebody unexpectedly launched a surface-to-air missile and hit the UFO. It fell to Earth not far away, and 5 short humanoids with large heads and large black eyes emerged from it. It is stated in the testimonies by the 2 soldiers who remained alive that, after freeing themselves from the debris, the aliens came close together and then merged into a single object that acquired a spherical shape. That object began to buzz and hiss sharply, and then became a brilliant white. In a few seconds, the spheres grew much bigger and exploded by flaring up with an extremely bright light. At that very instant, 23 soldiers who had watched the phenomenon turned into stone poles. Only 2 soldiers who stood in the shade and were less exposed to the luminous explosion survived.
The document then goes on to state,
The KGB report goes on to say that the remains of the UFO and the petrified soldiers were transferred to a secret scientific research institution near Moscow. Specialists assume that a source of energy that is still unknown to Earthlings instantly changed the structure of the soldiers' living organisms, having transformed it into a substance whose molecular composition is no different from that of limestone.
Then the document ends with a comment from a CIA representative who said,
If the KGB file corresponds to reality, this is an extremely menacing case. The aliens possess such weapons and technology that go beyond all our assumptions. They can stand up for themselves if attacked.
I will give you a link to this document in the description below the video. Impossible to know the exact date, but the only information we have through these publicly available documents suggests that the incident occurred in the 1990s. Even though the story of this incident is absolutely amazing, you have to know that there are many other stories of the same kind, equally spectacular, in the many pages revealed by the Pentagon UFO report, without letting us know more details. Now, it would be very interesting to have these informations confirmed by Russia. Moreover, it would be a great idea to find the 2 surviving soldiers or their families in order to get their testimonies. Again, if all this is true, it involves a lot of things. It means that Russia has already made contact with extraterrestrial beings, but not in very peaceful conditions. It also means that these beings are far superior to us in technology and can sweep humans away in a blink of an eye. This kind of testimony also says a lot about how they travel, how they manipulate matter, and how they can move easily from one dimension to another. Has the US Army ever experienced this type of armed confrontation? Did they have the same result? In any case, this confirms the words of Dr. Stephen Greer on the peaceful side of these visitors. Considering what he said about some particular species of alien beings, as in the case of their encounter with the Russian soldiers, they are able to respond to the violence with even more effective violence, but it must be kept in mind that they will never be at the origin of the first shot. If this document is properly analyzed, we can deduce that this race of aliens seems to be there to observe us or to test our reactions, to study us, perhaps even to protect us from ourselves, to protect us from our own violence or from our mistakes. But if we attack them, they are able to respond with a response 5 times more powerful than the attack they suffered. It makes us wonder about our ability to interact with these beings and about our own limits. Are they really a threat to us? What do you think? Can we trust the CIA documents revealed by the UFO report? Were not these collected testimonies rather an attempt at misinformation from Russia to hide secret weapons? Were they able to completely invent fake stories about UFO encounters in order to hoodwink the CIA and divert attention from other secret projects? This is possible. Is there still today, during armed conflicts on Earth, contact between the armed forces and aliens? If we discover today all these reports of contacts with military forces that took place during the last decades, there is no reason for these contacts to have been interrupted. What could possibly happen today in some territories where armies sometimes conduct secret operations? Are there any veterans or even soldiers still on duty who have witnessed similar contacts with alien life forms? Today, are there contacts up to crossfire with significant collateral effects? Are we able to learn from these contacts, or, on the contrary, is it completely beyond us? How are these aliens superior to us, and in what areas can we bring them something meaningful? Are these UFO phenomena really a threat to state security? More questions than answers. I hope you enjoyed this video. Section 51 is on social networks, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Don't forget to like this video, to share it, to subscribe, support Section 51. Thank you. I'll be back really soon. Open your eyes, watch the sky, live long and prosper.